So today's video is going to be a review and a demonstration on the KEVYN AUCOIN Sensual Skin Enhancer, and this video was highly requested by a lot of you after you'd seen it in my beauty haul video. So I'm just going to talk about it, tell you what I think, and yeah, show you how I like to apply it and what I do with it. Now, I've only had it since Christmas, so I've only used it a few times. It is quite a special product because it is quite pricey, so it's not something that I use every day, but I will give you my honest opinion on it and I'll show you how I like to use it, like I said. So I'm going to go straight into reviewing the product, and yes, I am going to sit here with no makeup on while I do so, and I am so sorry for that, guys, but yeah, I thought I would review it first and then I'll show you how to use it, so just bear with me, I will cover this mess up. First of all, I'd just like to start off by saying that the KEVYN AUCOIN Sensual Skin Enhancer I think is around the £38 mark, which, yes, is quite pricey. And you would say, well, like, why am I going to spend £38 on something that's a teeny weeny little pot? But let me tell you why you're going to spend that money. Well, it's probably one of the most highly pigmented base products that I have ever come across. You really only need a tiny bit of this, and that is because it is quite a thick and creamy consistency. But that doesn't mean it needs to be like a thick and full coverage foundation. It can be if you want it to, or you can sheer it out as much as you want. I like to use this mixed with a little bit of a facial oil, just because I like it to have a bit of a dewy finish, because I get like a little bit of dry skin around this time of year. You can either mix it with a moisturizer, or you can use it on its own. Also, I would say that the Sensual Skin Enhancer has got like a satin to matte finish. It's like in between them. So it's kind of nice to mix it with an oil or moisturizer to get like a dewy finish. But if you like the whole satin and matte finish, then go ahead and just use it on its own. Another thing is that I don't recommend it for someone that's got really dry skin, because I feel like it would just go and sit in between like your dry flakes. If you've just got dry to combination skin like myself, then yeah, you can get away with using it on its own, like I have done before. Or like I said, you can mix it with an oil, or you can mix it with your moisturizer. I think this product would be good for someone with maybe slightly oily skin, but if you've got really oily skin, then I would recommend you mixing it with like a matte primer. Finally, what I'd like to say about this is that I think it would be really ideal and great for makeup artists. I think you've got such a wide colour range, you can mix them if you wanted to. You get 18 grams in this tiny little pot, and it will last you probably a year and a half, 2 years. I know that this will last me probably 2 years, because I'm not going to use it every day. But yeah, if you're a makeup artist and you just had this in your kit, it's so versatile, and like I said, you can mix it with other things to get the kind of finish that you want, so you don't need to have like different types of foundations in your kit. And it's so small, it's just really easy to carry around with you. So yeah, I think that this is a great product, and I think it is well worth the money, because it will last you so long. Just think, £40 and it will last you maybe 2 years. That just says it all really, doesn't it? So I'm just going to go straight into this demonstration, but before I do, I would just like to say that I am a shade SXXX in the Sensual Skin Enhancer, and I am fully aware that it will not match my neck. My face is a lot paler than the rest of my body, and I had it matched to my face for brightening purposes, and I've demonstrated how to use it in that way in my New Year's Eve Get Ready With Me video, which I will link down below. But I am going to put this all over my face for the purpose of this demonstration, so please don't shoot me and say that it doesn't match, because it technically does, but I don't use it in this way. I like to use it just for my under eyes, because I like that brighter, or I like to use it on my T-zone, because that should be bright, and just on the tops of my cheekbones. So where you would highlight when you're contouring. So anyways, let's just get straight into this demonstration now, and I can show you how to use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just apply a corrector on my dark circles over here, simply because they are terrible and I can't conceal without correcting first, and it will just help brighten up my under eyes. I'm using my Bobbi Brown corrector, and this is in the shade light to medium peach, and this is what I always use. You would always see me use this in all of my videos. I'm just taking this on my ring finger and I'm just patting this over where I have dark circles. Wow, look at the difference that just made. Crazy. So I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm just going to scoop some of this out, just a teeny amount. And the reason I'm using a Q-tip is because it's a pot and I don't really want to be putting my finger in there. So for hygiene purposes. I'm going to put that on the back of my hand. And because my skin is a little bit dry at the moment, I'm going to take my Body Shop facial oil, and this is my vitamin E facial oil, and I'm literally just going to take a tiny drop of this. So one drop, and then I'm just going to mix this all together. This way it's turned into a bit of a liquid and I'll have like a nice dewy finish rather than something quite matte, which I don't like. So to apply this, I've just got my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to dip it into here and go ahead and stipple this all over my face. Look. No. So that is the finished look. I've applied it to like a sheer to medium coverage foundation, and that is the look that I was going for. I could easily blend more into it and get it to a fuller coverage if I wanted to, and it wouldn't look cakey and it wouldn't feel cakey at all. It feels really lovely and smooth on the skin. I think it really helped by applying the facial oil with it. And it just cut down the blending time in half. I feel like if you were to just use it on its own, you'd have to spend a little bit more time, you know, blending it in and working with it. So definitely recommend using an oil or a moisturizer and just mixing it with that, and it just makes it a lot easier. I definitely think that it is worth the money because it will last you such a long time, and it is a really great product. And guys, like I said, I am aware that it's a little bit light, but I will link my Get Ready With Me New Year's Eve video down below so you can see how I used it there. So guys, that's it. This was my first ever review and demo kind of video. So if you liked it, then I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see any more reviews or demonstrations for any other products, then please can you comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see or learn from me, and I would be very, very happy to do that for you. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Mwah. Bye!